Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Real quick, for those of you that are new to these videos, when I say live, what I mean is that this is not a situation where I've already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and doing a voiceover or some sort of post commentary. This is a situation where I am recording myself live right now, getting the information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw reactions, you're going to get that with this video. If you are looking for a nicely edited video, nicely scripted video, you will not find that here. But if you want kind of the nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you'll find that. Actually, already took one trade right when I was thinking about, do I want to do a recording today? I was like, yeah. And then all of a sudden bbig popped up and I hopped in. I gave it time. And it was starting to hover around too much. The level twos were not behaving. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I misread it. So I just got out for break even. So with commissions, I'm probably down like, $2, $3, something like that. But the point here being that I read it wrong because it did eventually start to go in my favor. However, it was definitely at a situation where it could have gone either way when I decided to just get the break even there. So yeah, in hindsight, yeah, I could have made more, but hey, that's why I'm worth billions in my hindsight trading account. My guess is you're probably worth billions in your hindsight trading account too. But so I am starting the morning technically down, let's just call it $3. But overall though, I think I'm going to continue to watch bbig. Seems to have some good potential here, a lot of volume and worthwhile volatility. But there's some other nice ones out there too. But I will go ahead and pause for now and I'll be back at the open. Market opens up here in about 30 seconds. Going to be watching the $6 breakpoint here on bbig. That's very fascinating. Although what I would like to see is the opening bell ring and have it drop down first. If it just decides to open up and then go straight down, straight up through 6, I'm not going to be interested in that. But if it wants to, drop down even just to the 570s and then come back up, I would find that very interesting. And the opening bell should be any second now. Okay, there we go. Is it going to drop down or is it just going to go straight up through 6? Nope. Well, pulling back here a little bit. All right, there we go. There is a bit of a pullback here. Okay, what is that high? Yeah, 610. All right, well, I'll let this one settle out here a little bit. Well, now it's starting. Yeah, not really. Yeah, not getting much follow through. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and let's see what else is out there. All right, I like Tesla here, 846 flush point for continuation, 1 minute. And what you see there is just the private community that I offer. If you're not familiar, at ClayTrade, I do offer community. One of the questions I get quite a bit is, hey, Clay, how does your community work? So just want to show that, but then also get my thought process documented here. That 846 looks like a very interesting area. Well, actually, now at this point, 847. So if the price breaks down through 847, I'm going to hop in there at 846.81. I think this thing does want to get continuation to the downside here. Key break definitely going to be 846, but I think it can get that. Working its way down to 846. There we go. Well, I thought it'd move a little bit more. Well, now it's snapping back up. I guess it technically never broke 846 per se. According to the chart, it actually kind of never did. if it comes back down to 846 now, that would make it look even that much better of a setup. Okay, it's trying to come back down to 846. Can it finally break? Well, some patience is being required here, that's for sure. Yeah, if 846 falls, you got to think this thing's going to move to the downside very nicely. But right now, that seems like a big if. Okay, there's the break. Come on, get moving. Wow. Can it get going? Come on, get down through 845, you dirty dog. There we go. See if we can get down through 844. Well, I mean, all right, all out there for $211. I think I took off some for a loss. Yes, those 50 shares right there, I did take off for a loss just because if you remember that one move, I think it was right there. I don't know. One of these, it broke down through 846, and this was after it had already bounced and failed. And I thought at that point, there we go, boom. And then there was no boom. And that's why I was like, okay, let me lighten up the load here just in case that this is about to, catapult back in my face. So I did take off 50 shares at a loss just to keep my risk under control, because at that point, I thought there was a very real chance that thing might have just all of a sudden decided to want to turn around there, because it finally broke. And at that point where I thought that basically for sure, wow, if it breaks at that point, for sure this thing is going to get moving quickly. And it broke and it didn't. Uh-oh, Clay. Maybe you're wrong, but maybe you're still right. So, but in the event you are wrong, Clay, let's mitigate the risk here a little bit. That's why I took off those 50 shares for a loss. And then, of course, it did go in my favor. And I was still able to pull off, $211 from it. So, I mean, I'm not complaining about it, especially when you keep things in context. I mean, I don't know many places in the world where you can make $211 in 10 minutes because it's 9:40 a.m. right now. So I'll take $211 on a trade that just wasn't very smooth. It worked out, and now you can see it just bouncing back up. So I mean, it wasn't smooth, but that's the nice thing about trading is you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have a smooth. You don't need to have like a flawless strategy. You don't need the market to behave perfectly in order to make money. No, and that's what I was thinking could have potentially getting ready to happen right there. But yeah, to me, this is freeing, is to know that you don't have to be like perfect. You don't have to read the markets perfectly in order to make money, because I didn't read the markets perfectly. I was actually right had I just stuck with my original instincts. However, in reflection, in hindsight, it's easy to say all this, but at that exact moment in time, I thought I was wrong, because I thought when 846 was broken, then at that exact point, all right, now it's definitely got to go, and it didn't. So there we go, though. 10 minutes, $211. Trade took a little bit of patience, and now see, that's what I was wondering about, having this thing just all of a sudden bounce right back upwards. But all right, I'll go ahead and pause. Let's see if there's anything else I can find. All right, watching CMRX here. Member just alerted it. Did not catch it, but Austin made the alert. And also, you can see, I'm pretty sure I showed you that one. I'm thinking back, that 846 flush point. So members had the opportunity to make money. I mean, so to those of you members that watch these videos and took that trade with me, congratulations. Wasn't the smoothest of trades, but still plenty. It moved still plenty enough to make money on it. But, well, now CMRX is actually pulling back here, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out. And never mind. I have an order at 685 here, trying to buy this pullback on bbig. Will it actually get down to 685? I don't know. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. And if it looks like it's going to pull back and potentially fill me, I'll get the video rolling. All right, getting in here, bbig at 9:15. It was looking like there was going to be a halt. So I was going to try to play the gap up off the halt, but, well, now I'm getting the exact opposite is happening here to me. Well, let's see if this thing wants to recover up a little bit. That was some goofy action there. Can it get back up to the 820s? $850 is really going to be that key break point in my opinion. All right, well, got that break. All out there. 205 loss just because, I mean, I'm glad I held, just knowing that that was goofy, but, and even if it works out, which it may, and there it goes, would have been totally fine. But one of those situations where I was already down quite a bit, but to just get back to being now green $6 on the day, I'll take it. And kind of just one of those kind of reset to live to fight another day. And of course, in hindsight, I'm sitting here saying, I should have just held. But that was goofy. It was looking like it was going to get halted. And then all of a sudden it broke out and then down it went, which is why I was like, you know, something's not quite right there. And now, did I think that it would go right back up to the halt level? I didn't. That's why I decided to just kind of take what I could get, keep the loss right around the $200 mark, which keeps me green on the day. But yeah, here we go. Just definitely not perfect trading at all, but still actually, believe it or not, green on the day. But let's see if I can find something else. NIO, let's see, 56.65, key, flush point, 1 minute. So we're going to be watching that. And, oops, get that out of the way. I do want to see 56.65 be broken before I would take action on it. But if it is broken, I think that thing could... Now, I'm not looking for any sort of massive move or anything like that. Yeah, 56.65. Want to see it actually break first, though. I'm not going to try to anticipate any breaks or anything like that. Yeah, 56.65. That area looks... I'm looking at other time frames too, and that area does indeed look good. At this point, it's just really a question of, does it actually want to break down through there? All right, well, I will go ahead and pause for now. All right, it's starting to get down to that general area. See, there's times I wonder, should I just wait until I enter? I don't know, let me know in the comment section. Do you like when I kind of wait to try to capture the entry point? Because there's no promise, because like I said at the beginning of this video, these are live. So I have no idea if this is ever going to actually come into play or not. So do you like just sitting here kind of waiting, or, all right, should I just, okay. Again, 56.65. In at 56.64. Let's see if we can get a push down through the 56.60s now. Oh, 56.60. I was not expecting that. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, what was I doing? Why didn't I change? I forgot to change my share size there. Same thing with Tesla that I was doing. I wanted to scale out, just kind of lighten up the load there because 56.60 threw me off a little bit, but I totally pulled myself out of the trade for $25. I don't know. Maybe I'm subconsciously trying to like not trade perfect at all, so I can make the point that even when you don't trade perfect, you can actually still make money in the market. But again, same exact logic that I use for Tesla the right way, meaning okay, I'm not quite sure about that 56.50. Let me lighten up the load here a little bit. So I meant to take off just a portion, but I forgot to change the share size, so I just completely took myself out of the trade. But it is what it is. Let's see if I can find another trade here. I feel like I need to redeem myself. I'm not going to force a trade, but if I find something good, then maybe I'll make one more trade. Quick little update here on NIO. It worked, but it didn't really work. So, I mean, I guess in hindsight, maybe that mistake was a good thing that I just totally pulled myself out of the trade because the lowest it ever went was down around 56.52. So, I mean, still plenty of room to work with. I mean, this is not a super volatile stock. So, I mean, you still got over 10 cents from it, but well, now it's coming back down here. 56.50, is this where I would really want to enter in? 56, more so 56.55. So the question becomes, if 56.55 breaks, do I think that that's going to cause it to break down through 56.50? Maybe, especially after that failed bounce right there. But the problem with this one is even a quote-unquote big move is like 15 cents. I'm kind of looking for something a little bit more than that. I mean, I do like it at 56.55. If that falls, odds are high that it's going to be breaking down through 56.50. But again, then what? I don't know. Does it move another 10 cents? Another 15 cents, 20 cents? I mean, 20 cents, I mean, that would be all the way down here. Look at that. From 56.50 all the way down there. I mean, that's only 20 cents. And again, I suppose I could load up with larger share size, but I'm kind of trying to stall right now to see if, just so you can see if it would have played out or not. But yeah, I'm not going to take it just for those reasons. mRNA, maybe I should be hopping over there. But yeah, what a stubborn, you know, I'm actually going to alert that to the community, at least as an add point. Add to position with break of 56.55. There we go. Yeah, definitely up. So once again, bounced right up. So 56, what was the low of that? Low of 56.56. Okay, so yeah, 56.55. That would definitely be for anybody, because there could still very well be people in from that first alert at that 56.65 that are maybe thinking, okay, I sat through that and I'm sitting through all this chop to make it worth my while. Maybe I'll add, given that, you know, it would once again be showing another sign of weakness. So I could see that potentially being a possibility. What's going on with? Yeah. All right. So it did go back. Yeah, that was just goofy. What a goofy move that was. Yeah, if you scroll back, it was looking like the stock was going to be halted. So then I was like, all right, that's the first halt of the day. Odds are high that it'll halt up or open up in my favor. Let me just hop right in here, almost kind of like playing a gap up, if you will. And then, I mean, you saw what happened from that point, which was very bizarre, which is why I had the confidence and wanted to give it a little bit more space just to see if it would come back up. Again, did I think it would come all the way back up? Absolutely not. That's why I took the loss at $200. In hindsight, yeah, I could have actually walked away with a profit. But yeah, what a goofy one. Let's go check on NIO. Nope. Okay. All right. Now I'm getting very interested, because if the price actually comes back down to 56.55 again, that would imply that this current bounce that we're witnessing has failed. So, all right. But to be fair, maybe this bounce is actually a legitimate bounce. I don't know. But I'll keep an eye on it. But I'm going to go ahead and FUBO. Just keep, well, I don't have a whole lot of experience with this one. But I could see a pullback. Let's see, 34.85. Oh, excuse me, 33.85. Maybe try some sort of little quick scalp here on the pullback. If it pulls back, it seems like this thing's just gone straight up. Yeah, volume's good on it. All right, well, we'll see if this thing wants to pull back some. I'll go ahead and pause. Well, and here we are. Maybe that level is coming back into play. And the good thing is, if it doesn't work out, maybe I'll close slightly red on the day. And so be it. It's already been a crazy enough day, but I don't know. I feel like this thing's got at least scalp potential if 56.55 can be broken. Although I do not want to take it on this particular candle here. All right, there we go. Next candle is started. So watching 56.55. I feel like I'm talking myself into this trade here. I do it. That's exactly what I'm doing. It is a good setup. Don't get me wrong, but I know right now that I'm trying to fight off the YouTube troll saying, Clay, you don't know, like, what are you doing? And which is true, right? This was a very rough session here. So I'm trying to redeem myself with some sort of like great trade. So, but how pathetic is that, right? That's really pathetic. Just, you know, how long have we been recorded? Let's see, how dedicated are you if you're still listening? Oh, wow, we're over 20 minutes in. So yeah, I'll speak freely here. I mean, how stupid is it that I'm sitting here worrying about, well, the YouTube trolls might say this, or like, what? That's pathetic. That's pathetic. So am I really going to go and force a trade just because I'm, you know, for that reason? Again, this is a good setup though. It really is. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. I'm just saying my motivations for it are not as pure as what they should be. But once again, that 56.55 mark, look how stubborn this thing is. I'm almost wondering is it more of a confirmation break at just 56.50? Let that thing kind of clear out of this area. I will say this, if this thing goes a solid green candle again and then fails to break 56.85 and then comes back down, I'm going to take that trade just because that is just, you know, that's a setup that just needs to be taken. All right, there we go. 56.55 has officially been broken. And then look at that. Doesn't even budge. Well, at least we're capturing some good action here, but what a stubborn price level. All right, I will pause. Okay, I have an order at 77. Oh, wow, wait a second. I didn't realize that move, or this. All right, that needs to be at 78.50. I did not realize that this thing was moving and as volatile as what it is. So I do have an order just for 100 shares at 78.50. I would like more than 100 shares, but this will at least get my feet wet here. But first entry point cannot be until up at the 78.50 mark. So there's the break of 78. Oh, now it's lollygagging it around too much. 78.95. SPWR, what's going on with that one? Oh, not much. Let's get back on track here. What was that ticker symbol I was just watching? What was that? I guess I can't remember. Oh yeah, TAL. Yeah, and now it's pulling back. I guess my 78.50, would that have been okay? Yeah. 78.57. All right, well, let's go up to 79.95 at this point. I'll go ahead and pause. All right, I'm at 80.85. What I'm looking for is a break of 80 and then a very fast move up, which is what just happened there. But didn't get up fast. It got up as high as 80.46. So let's try it at 81.50. Again, I wanted to see a fast move. I got a fast move, just not quite as fast as what I needed and wanted. So again, want more than 100. Going to start here at 81.50. There's the break. Oh, that was a weak break. It broke and then only went 8 cents. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. All right, I am in at 82.50. Going to try for another 100 up there. In at 200 at 200 shares at an 83 average. Oh, it's going to be one of these stocks, huh? So I got out 100, and there's the other one for a $135 trade. Very happy with that. How high did it get? Did I ever get any up over 84? No, I didn't. I don't know how realistic. I'm thinking about it. In hindsight, yes, of course, I should have gotten some up above 84 when it shot up there, but I'm just not quite sure if that was actually realistic or not, or if it was just one of those things where the price just shot up there really fast and then came back down. But yeah, so maybe I should have built up to 300 shares, but again, I'll have to rewatch it and see if that was really me just being an armchair quarterback on myself, or if that wasn't even really that realistic. But either way you look at it, I am way over my average right now, 10:23 a.m., so almost an hour. For those of you that are new, I just like to try to keep people informed about the mentality. But my approach that I've been doing is called the be done in 30 approach, meaning I want to, on average, be done every morning in 30 minutes, just because I do day trading as a side hustle, so that I can have freedom of time. Go out, do other things, spend my time with my family, work on other side hustles, create other streams of income, all that sort of stuff. But again, on average, 30 minutes. Here I am way above average at almost an hour. So, but if you've watched any of my past videos, you'll see times where I'm done in 3 minutes, 7 minutes. I think I did a recent video, the 7-minute workday. So yeah, sometimes you can be done in 7 minutes. Other times it can be a chop fest. It can be trading like you just saw here. That's for an hour, or not even an hour yet, but regardless, so we'll just call it an hour, but still walking away with 160, let's call it $160, let's call it 150 with commissions. I don't know what it is, but $150 in an hour after what you saw was very, very choppy, very rough trading. I'm happy with that. And if anything, I'm happy in a sick and twisted way, because at least this shows that not every morning is going to be smooth sailing as a trader. Not every morning is going to be rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes you're just going to have to kind of slug it out. Sometimes you're just going to have to take punches and just kind of deal with what the market gives you. Sometimes you'll make stupid mistakes like I did. But you know what? You just keep at it, because in all actuality, TAL, good trade. Very, very happy with it. Like I said, maybe, just maybe, I should have gotten myself up to 300 shares instead of only having 200. But again, I'm not quite sure if I'm being fair in that assessment or not, because I don't know how fast it moved. But TAL, I'm going to chalk up as a good, solid trade. Tesla was a good, solid trade. And then, those other ones were just more on the shaky side. But it is what it is. Not every trade is going to be perfect. Not every trade is going to be flawless. It is what it is. But that's, like I said, what I said way back at the beginning of the video. It's one of those things where that's why I love the markets, because the markets, it requires discipline. The market requires hard work. It requires you to, be willing to take a punch, but it does not require perfection. The market doesn't require perfection, and that's what you saw here. So just, take comfort in that. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean you can just go out there and act like a degenerate gambler, but as long as you are trying, you have a system, you have a strategy, as long as you follow the system, follow the strategy, then you don't have to be perfect. The market, believe it or not, can be forgiving. It can be like, oh yeah, you're not doing very well, but I mean, you're still doing well enough. We'll still give you some money. So if you take some assurance in that. Wow, we're almost at 30 minutes. So if you are still here, seriously, thank you very much. I feel like we're basically friends at this point in time, if you're still watching this video after going on 30 minutes. But before I wrap things up officially, a couple of requests. These videos are not easy to make. I have to talk to you, because again, they are live. So I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to actually talk to you. I have to think about what I'm going to do for myself. I have to enter in my own orders. I have to think about what am I going to alert to the chat room? I have to actually type up those alerts to the chat room. In other words, I just have a lot of stuff going on. So while these videos are totally possible, they're not the easiest thing to do. So if you do enjoy them, if you would like for me to continue to make them, then 2 easy things you can do. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, even if the comment is simply a rainbow or a butterfly or whatever you want, a thumbs up emoji. Those 2 little things communicate to me, Clay, yeah, it is worth your time. Keep doing these videos, and I'll keep doing it as long as I know that there's interest. And then also check out the channel as a whole. There's a lot of other, variety of videos on the channel, so hopefully you decide to hit that subscribe button. But yeah, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, we are friends. Thanks for hanging out with me for this long. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.